Good morning, dear children. In previous class, we discussed about introduction of whole number and closure property of whole number. Now, in second part, we will see associative property and commutative property of whole number. So, let's begin with the associative property of whole number. So, first we will see for addition. On adding whole numbers, okay. So, if we will add the whole numbers and we'll apply the associative property, we'll see what will be the result. For example, I will take 3 whole number. 2 plus 3 plus 5 is equals to 2 plus 3 plus 5. I had taken 3 different whole numbers, that is 2, 3 and 5. Here also the same whole number, 2, 3 and 5. Here I did different grouping and here I did different grouping. Now we'll see the result. 2 plus 5 plus 3, 8. Here 2 plus 3, 5 plus 5. Now 2 plus 8, 10, and here also 5 plus 5 is equals to 10. Now we'll see in both the sides we got the same answer. That means what we can say, if we will change the grouping of the number, then also my answer will not change. So we can say that whole numbers are associative. Whole numbers are satisfying associative property. Means what? If we will change the grouping of the number, then also my result will not change. Dear children, we already discussed about associative property for addition of whole numbers. Now we'll discuss associative property for multiplication. So we'll see on multiplying whole number. So what we will do? Again we will take 3 different whole numbers and we will multiply them by grouping in 2 different forms, and we'll observe the result. So let's take the first example. That is the same whole numbers I am taking. 2 into 3 into 5 is equals to 2 into 3 into 5. Again I had taken 3 whole numbers. 2, 3, 5. Here also 2, 3, 5. But here I did different grouping and here also I did the different grouping. Here I grouped 3 and 5 and here I grouped 2 and 3. Now we'll see the result. 2 into 3 5s are 15. Again 2 3s are 6 into 5. 2 15s are 30 and 6 5s are 30. Now we can see here that we had taken 3 different whole numbers and grouped them in a different manner. Here I had taken 2 different number. Here also I had taken 2 different number and grouped them. Now I multiplied them. First I multiplied this and then I multiplied with 2. Here also first I multiplied this, then I multiplied by 5. So 5 3s are 15, 2 into 15, 13. 3 2s are 6 into 5, 13. Now here also I got different multiplications. 2 into 15 and here 6 into 5. But the result which I got, that is same. That is 30 and 30. So what we can say, whole numbers also satisfying the multiply property. So we can mention here, whole numbers are satisfying what? Whole associative properties. Means we can say, if we will change the grouping of the number, then also my result will not change. Now next we will discuss commutative property of whole number. Now we'll see first for addition. On adding whole number. So this property first we will see for addition. If we will add 2 whole number, what will be the result? So first we'll take the example. In commutative property I am taking again here 2 whole numbers, that is 2 plus 3, and here also I am taking same whole number, that is 3 plus 2. So 2 plus 3 I will get 5. Again 3 plus 2 also I will get 5. Means here we can say, if we will change the order of the number, here I taken 2 first and 3 next. Here I taken 3 first and 2 next. So what we can say, if I will change order of the number, then also my result will not change. I will take one more example. 12 plus 13 and equals to 13 plus 12. Here same two whole numbers, 12 and 13. Here 13 and 12. Here I written 12 first, then 13. Here 13 first, then 12. 13 means 12 after 12 means first 13, then 12 means if I will change the order of the number, then also my result will not change. So 12 plus 13 is 25. And 13 plus 12 is also 25. So we can say whole numbers for addition, whole numbers are satisfying commutative property. Satisfying which property? Commutative property for addition. Is it okay? If we'll change the order of the number, then also my result will not change. So what we can write in conclusion? Whole number are satisfying commutative property for addition. Dear children, we already discussed commutative property for addition. Now we'll discuss commutative property for multiplication. So we'll see on multiplying two whole numbers. We'll see commutative property for on multiplying whole number. We'll take examples and then we'll see. In commutative property, we already knows that it states if we will change the order of the number and will perform the operation, then also our result will not change. So we'll see for multiplication here. I am taking two whole number 2 and 3 and I am multiplying them. And here again I am multiplying 2 and 3 by changing the order. Here I had written 2 first, then 3, and here I had written 3 first, then 2. 2 3s are 6 and 3 2s are again 6. We'll take one more example. 12 into 8 and 8 into 12. 12 8s are 96. 8 12s are 96. Again I got the same answer. So what it can state? If we will change the order of the number, then also my result will not change. If we'll get the same answer by changing the order of the number, then we can say that whole numbers are satisfying commutative property. What we will say? If the order of the number will change and will perform the operation, then also if our result will not change, then we can say whole numbers are satisfying commutative property. So this is about commutative property for multiplication. Now we'll discuss distributive property. Here distributive property is for multiplication over addition. So we'll see distributive of multiplication. Here means three whole numbers we can take and first whole number is multiplied with other two whole numbers which are in addition. So we'll see distributive of multiplication over addition. Here we can see through one identity, that is A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus A into C. Here A, B, C, here also A, B and AC. A, B and C where we can say where A, B and C are whole number. Okay, now we'll see first this identity. Here A is in multiplication with B and C. So that is A into B plus A into C. So what we can say? Distributive of multiplication over addition. Here both the terms are in addition and here both the numbers are in addition and one number is in multiplication. So what we can say? Distributive of multiplication over addition. We'll take one example. 2 into 3 plus 5. So how can we write this? 2 into 3 plus 2 into 5. Here 2 is the common whole number which is multiplication over addition on 3 plus 5. So we can write 2 into 3 plus 2 into 5. If I will solve this, then also I will get the same answer, and if I will use this through identity, then also I will get the same answer. So I am solving with both without identity and with identity. Okay. So 2 into 3 plus 5 is 8. Here 2 3s are 6 plus 2 5s are 10. 8 2s are 16, and here also 10 plus 6 16. If I will solve direct, then also I will get the same answer. If I will apply the identity, then also I will get the same answer. And this is called as distributive of multiplication over addition.